Hello students, and welcome to this week's unit, Athletics and Academics. This is the topic that you chose, so I hope that you enjoy it. So here are some objectives for the week. Let's start off with the first one. We are going to conduct a short research project. It will be based on focused questions, demonstrating understanding of the subject under investigation. You will need to gather relevant information from multiple print and digital sources, assess the credibility and accuracy of each source, and integrate the information while avoiding plagiarism. Always avoiding plagiarism, right? We want to give credit where credit is due. You will also need to draw evidence from literary or informational texts to support analysis, reflection, and research. Another set of objectives will be the following. I want you to be able to present information, findings, and supporting evidence such that listeners can follow the line of reasoning and the organization, development, and style are appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. You need to make strategic use of digital media and visual displays of data to express information and enhance understanding of presentations. Also, you will need to adapt speech to a variety of context and communicative tasks, demonstrating command of formal English when indicated or appropriate. Now, I know a lot of that may seem wordy right now, but as we go through the week, we're going to try to unravel them a little bit each day. Okay? So, let's move into the main question of the week. Okay, this is going to be the guiding question. So, the question is as follows. How do we make school as cool as sports? This week, we will explore the connections between these two realities in the lives of students in school and beyond. These are two realities that greatly impact your life, so we're going to take a look at both of them, athletics and academics. So the first activity that we're going to do is called 10 Things. Now there's also a digital copy of 10 Things on the Blend Space as well, but what I would like you to do now is to pause the video and either on that printout or on a piece of paper, just go ahead and do this activities. 10 things. So for academics, write down the first 10 words that come to mind. Same thing for athletics. Just go ahead and write down the first 10 words that come to your mind. So go ahead and pause the video right now and do that. Okay, so how did you do? Let's go ahead and take a look at how some of the other periods did. We'll just go through about a couple seconds for each slide so you can get an idea of what other periods came up with. Okay, and how about this list? Are you starting to recognize any of your words? Do you see some similarities? Do you see some differences? Did you manage to pick a word that didn't even get onto any of these lists? If you did, congratulations. And last but not least, period 7. Okay, so let's get into the question for today specifically. So the question for today is, what do you think gets more community approval and attention, academics or athletics? So if that's the question, let's look at sports first. Why in the face of apparent failure do you continue to come back day after day, week after week, month after month to improve your athletic abilities? What is it about sports that makes you work so hard to put in the long-term commitment necessary for success? I would argue that you come back because it is fun. It is engaging because you use your mind and body. You can monitor your own progress, adjusting your attempts to match your assessment. And last but not least, it is connected to your interests. So then, in terms of school, why don't you persevere in the classroom? Why do you give up as soon as you encounter any academic difficulty? Well, on this token, I would argue that you don't think school is fun. As a student, you seldom assess yourself. The teacher is the one who calls all the shots. What you are asked to learn is not connected to your interests. So what do you think about that, huh? That you will spend all this time, energy, devotion, commitment when it comes to athletics, even in the face of apparent failure. And yet when it comes to school, you give up at the first sign of any difficulty. So that's what we're going to talk about this week, and hopefully we can bring some light to those two areas. But today, Let's get into the day one assignment. There will also be a digital copy of this as well for you to print out or work on at your leisure. What I need you to do today is to get into Teams and choose a team name. There need to be 5 members in your team. Okay, in your team, you can choose a sport, a team, and a player. You need to choose all 3, but they don't have to be the same sport. So you can choose hockey as the sport, the Los Angeles Dodgers as a team, and then Kobe Bryant as your player. But you will also need to choose videos to help make your presentation more interesting. There's a 6-minute video time limit. So you need to start emailing me those links to your team's videos today, because all video will need to be approved on Tuesday and Wednesday. The end result, folks, is that we are looking for a 10-minute presentation where your team will teach the class about your sport, team, and player. So last but not least, some of those very thought-provoking questions and material in the previous slides was brought to you from Multiplication is for White People, Raising Expectations for Other People's Children by Lisa Delpit. Okay, so that brings us to a conclusion today for day 1. If at any point you need to review some of that material, just go back and watch the video again. Look forward to day 2 video, which will be coming up next. And please get started on the assignment. Thank you very much.